Hey y'all, so you read the title. I just want to go ahead and get into it. Okay, so is being an introvert a blessing or a curse? Let's talk about it. This is something I just want to create like an open discussion about. There's no right or wrong answer here. Let's just talk about it. Let's just get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna give the signs, or I guess the characteristics, more so the pros of being extroverted and introverted. Okay, so I have my little my little notes here. Okay, but anyway, it says signs of high extroversion or being an extrovert. They tend to be outgoing, talkative, quick to answer questions, uncomfortable with silence, and often talks loudly. I don't know about the loudly thing, but yeah, very outgoing, very talkative. I've seen that for sure. That's like telltale, I guess, characteristic of being an extrovert. I'm definitely not that. I'm definitely not that. And that's okay. Yeah, extroverts, I guess a good way to describe extroverts would be that they are very charismatic. Very, like, they are very charming. They can spark up a conversation and keep a conversation with anybody, okay? Signs of low, or signs of being introverted. Oh my gosh. Signs of being introverted would be that I would definitely call myself to be an introvert. But anyway, we tend to be reserved. We think before responding. They say that we need to be prompted in order to have a conversation, which is very true. Comfortable with silence. I'm very comfortable with silence. Sometimes soft-spoken. And okay, to sum that up, I think that introverts, we just we definitely prefer quality over quantity in terms of speaking with people. Like small talk makes me cringe. Like when I'm in Walmart, especially having kids now, people love coming up to me and say, "Oh, he's so beautiful. Oh, she's so beautiful," and I'm just like, thank you. Like, I just don't know what to do with that. Like, I don't. Like, even the thought of having to come up with a response is like labor to me. It's difficult. Over the years, I have gotten a little better. Like, I can, oh, thank you. He's da-da-da-da, and he likes doing, like, I can try to be more, I guess, personable about it, but I just rather not, okay? Okay, so we have the pros for the most part. Let's get to the cons, which is kind of like the basis of this whole thing. Now, I'm not going to do the pros of the cons of extroversion. I'm just more so going to focus on the cons of being introverted. I don't want this video to be, oh my gosh, I don't want this why am I thinking vehicle? I don't want this video to be super long, okay? Anyway, so introvert cons. So I've already spoken about the cons of introversion a little bit. I don't enjoy being in groups. I don't enjoy small talk. When it comes to friendships, relationships, I want quality over quantity. But when you are not keen on having those first conversations and meeting people, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna meet somebody or spark a relationship with someone until you talk to them? You get what I'm saying? And I guess with being an introvert, you're not going to grow relationships, like especially friendships. And I don't date because I'm married, but I mean, dating would be more so difficult for an introvert, because unless I work with you or I see you often, I'm not going to speak with you. Like, when it says that signs of being introverted is needing to be prompted, like, I literally needed to be prompted. I need you to kind of spark that conversation for me to even engage, you know? And I feel like because we don't enjoy being in large groups, we tend to be more, I guess, anxious to a degree. I don't want to say that people that are introverted tend to have more anxiety, but I think we're more prone to being overstimulated. That's the word. Like when I go to Walmart, after I've been in there an hour, like I literally have to, when I get in the car, to just, I guess, I don't know, let all of that energy go. I don't know what you would call it, but I just have to like breathe and release. I don't know what to, I don't know another way to say it. But let's get to the whole curse part, or why I mentioned it possibly being a curse, okay? I feel like being an introvert is more likely to hinder you in life, okay? And I feel like nobody talks about that. Like we always make the jokes about being being an introvert and not wanting to go to parties, but it's much more than that, okay? I feel like being an introvert has affected me in different ways in life that they probably would not have an extrovert. Okay, for example, jobs, interviews, networking, college. You go to college and you're an extrovert, oh my gosh, you are gonna love it. Like you can meet new people, join new groups, have different discussions. When you're an introvert and you go to college, i.e. me, baby, I want to stay in my room. Like I'm gonna do my work. I'm gonna stay in my room. Like I might come down for a minute, but after 30 minutes to an hour, like I'm cool. Like I'm good. And then in the end, I end up feeling like I missed out or something like that. You know, so I do think they maybe affect us in those ways. I've had interviews before where I knew the person that was interviewing with me, like multiple occasions actually, where I knew the person that was interviewing with me or interviewing for the same position, and we have basically the same qualifications, but I'm going to be dull in an interview because I don't know how to turn on that charisma unless it's something that I'm already interested in. And I'm trying to learn that now, but like I cannot stand job interviews. It's awful. I can't stand it. I don't want to do it. Parties is networking. College parties, networking, there's no telling who you may meet. When you join groups, you can, again, meet someone. And honestly, especially in our job market now, I feel like it's not what you know, it's who you know. Being extroverted, being comfortable meeting new people and having new conversations, can definitely get you further in life. Simply put, it can definitely get you further in life. And by contrast, like if I'm gonna have a conversation with you, I want it to be a conversation. I don't want to talk about the weather or about this sports. Like I want it to be something, I guess, deep to a degree. You know, I don't know. I want it to be meaningful. That's what I'm trying to say. And if it's not, I don't care to have the conversation. Does it sound harsh? I don't know. Anyway, also, okay. And this is what kind of made me come to this realization recently. Also, I feel like introverts tend to be more timid, right? And that definitely hindered me in starting YouTube. Like I wanted to start YouTube at the age of 15. And I always talk myself out of it. Oh, I'm just maybe, I guess, a little too shy or something like that, or worry about what people are going to say. And even though it's something that you want to do, that you love doing, I just would kind of retreat or just be reserved within myself. And that can definitely hold you back. I mean, that's my whole point here. Let me tell y'all the real reason. Okay, let's just go off just a little bit. Let me tell y'all the real reason I started creating content, okay? I'm not keen on saying this publicly, but I don't know. My content doesn't get a ton of views anyway. But how do I say this without sounding crazy? I get spiritual messages through my dreams, right? Maybe I'll talk about that another day. It depends. But I get spiritual messages through my dreams. Like I've had loved ones come to me in dreams and show me certain things. I get spiritual messages through my dreams. All right. If you want to talk about it more, maybe one day I'll make a video about it. Okay. But it's not something that I can control, or that I'm not gonna say can control. It's not something that I have control of. I wish I knew how to grow that, I guess, gift. So one day I was just, you know, praying and thinking on like what I should do and why do I feel stuck in life, right? So that night I had a dream, right? And I'm gonna paint the dream for you. So we are in this line, and there's not much to the dream. There's not a lot of color. Just I guess you want to say like it's like a drawing, almost like a drawing that you need to color in, kind of white and black, or maybe not necessarily white, but like an off-white and black. Okay. And we're in this long line. Think the line from SpongeBob, where it's like a hill and then you see people, and then there's another hill and you see people. I'll find the picture. Long line like that. And I'm, I guess, towards the back. And we're all just sitting here in line waiting, and we don't know what we're waiting on. We don't know what we're waiting for. Okay. We're in this line. And I finally get to the front. Everybody has on like, I guess, black. But it's not scary. It didn't feel demonic or nothing like that. We just have on black. The only colors in this situation are black and white. Okay. So we're just standing in line, and the line is 2x2s. Oh, y'all gonna think I'm crazy. The line is 2x2s, and I'm in the right. I don't know if that means anything. Anyway, I finally get to the front. And we're all kind of thinking like, what's in the front? What are we waiting on? I finally get to the front, and the lady says, just calmly, all right, do you have any talents? Any unique abilities that you want to show us, or things that you can do? And I'm just being my normal self, being timid and being super humble. And I was like, no. No. And then she looks at me like, and she says, are you sure? And I said, and I'm thinking about all the things I like to do. Like, I like to sing. I like to, just all the things that I like to do. And I said, no. And she asked me for a third time, which I could tell was kind of unusual, the way she asked, like, are you sure? And I said, yeah, like, I don't know, you know, I don't do anything, you know, that type of thing. Just really being timid, like staying within myself, just retreating, being completely reserved, which is what I normally do. And she said, okay, go to the back of the line. And in that moment, I was like I have to sit back here and wait in the back of that line again. And that line was hella long. So that dream, when I woke up, I was just kind of like, oh my God, that's what I've been doing for years. For over a decade, I've just been sitting in the line, waiting for what? Waiting on who? What are you doing? Like, you have, and I don't know, I guess I'm humble to a fault, but it's like you have talents that you're not using. You have ideas that you're not using. You're just waiting in line for what? And I'm so thankful for that dream. I'm so thankful, because I wouldn't have started YouTube without it. Okay. Let me not get emotional. I wouldn't have started without that dream. And I feel like God was giving me a wake-up call. Like, I've given you the tools. I've given you the gifts. I've given you the ideas. I need you to use them. Okay? So, anyway, I'm sorry to kind of get off track there, but my question is, being an introvert a blessing or a curse? Like most things in life, it's neither. It's what you make it. It's what you create from it. There are pros and cons to being an introvert and an extrovert, which is why I started that way, okay? I do think introverts are more likely to hold ourselves back because for whatever reason, we are definitely more timid. We are extremely humble a lot of the times, and we don't speak up for ourselves, okay? But that doesn't have to be you, especially if you're young. Like, don't be afraid. Like, speak up for yourself. Do the things you want to do, because what's the alternative? Like, really think on that. Like, well, what's the alternative? And I just wish that for so long I wasn't afraid to take up space, because I have been. You know, that Homer Simpson meme where he just kind of fading into the bushes? That's how I felt all these years. Like, just be seen, not heard, you know? But I'm just doing me now, and whoever feels away, feels away. Whoever laughs, laughs. Like, it's cool. But as long as I'm doing what I need to do for me, I'm completely content. But if you're an if you're an introvert, be you. Okay, I'm not saying to change yourself. Be you completely. But be you and never be afraid to take up space. The space is yours. The floor is there. Take it. Okay. You have nothing to lose but yourself. Okay, that makes sense. And I think I was definitely there for a second there, but I don't know. I'm gonna start this YouTube journey, and whoever don't like it, don't like it. Whoever don't want it, don't want it, and that's and that's okay. Okay, this is for me, not for anybody else. All right, so y'all have a great day. I tried to make the video not so long. It's still like 17 minutes, but whatever. Y'all have a great day. I love you, and I'll be back with another one. Okay, bye.